Video may be fixed. I think I found what the issue was. We'll see. Hopefully. So anyhow, I guess I'll have to just recapitulate everything that I talked about last time. Alright, what have I been up to? Once again, I am focusing... Must... hold on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I've been focusing on my gaming program for the kids called Games for Castilla County. Most of my attention has been focused in that realm. Looks like we're stabilizing and it's moving along pretty good. Currently, we are running every Wednesday after school from 4:15 until the center closes at 9 o'clock at night. And I just got approved for adding Tuesday nights as well. So we're going to be running Tuesdays and Wednesdays for the kids. Now, what kind of games are they playing? They're playing all kinds of different games. We've got a bunch of super kind donors that have donated dice, card games, board games, role-playing games. Just phenomenal support that's actually starting to come in, and I really appreciate all our donors and supporters on that front. Generally, I've been seeing there's a core of probably about 8 kids that come just about every week if they can make it. Outside of that, there's generally about 20 kids or so that pop in throughout the night, coming and going, checking things out. They're interested to see what this game is, you know. Their favorite game for the kids, by the way, is Dungeons and Dragons so far. They're really liking the role-playing games. They do like some of the board games or card games, but by far their favorite is definitely Dungeons and Dragons. Out of that, I think we're up to about 7 other kids that are have stepped up and they want to be dungeon masters. So I'm working with them to show them the ropes and let their imagination go and start DMing for the other kids. And actually there's been about 5 of them that have already run their own game, their first game. And quite a few of them have done actually a really good job. You know, especially for their first game and being so new to Dungeons and Dragons. So there's that. Still got some donations of games coming in, so that's awesome. We're looking now, we have a closet where we're storing everything, and it's getting pretty full in there, and it's really disorganized, so I'm going to be looking around, see if possibly we could find some donors that are willing to donate some shelving materials, because we definitely need to put some shelving in the closet so we can organize it, make things a little easier. Also looking at putting in some blinds upstairs. There are no blinds in the windows, and in the evening when that sun comes in, it really almost blinds you up there. So we're looking at trying to fix that. We were having to put up a couple stand-up fans, but now that the weather out here in Colorado is actually getting pretty cold now, it has snowed just above where we're at. I'm surprised we actually didn't get any snow where I live. So it's keeping the room a lot cooler than it has been in the past. So that's a real good plus. We're definitely needing some more dice. We have a pretty limited amount of dice. I had quite a bit, but a lot of my dice were getting lost. So we definitely need to get some more. I definitely don't have enough for the kids. So if anyone out there is willing to donate like a pound of dice, that would probably be perfect. Thank you. They're also using some of the Dwarven Forge terrain that I bought many years ago, the ones with the old bow tie. So we have a couple sets of that, and then I have my Hearst Arts pieces that I've been creating over the last couple years. So they've also been using that, so that helps. I got a pretty good sizable amount of miniatures. A bunch of them are the old metal ones, though they're not any of the new resin ones from the new Reaper games. I'm hoping that I can scrape enough together, because I went ahead and took Brad's advice to buy into the Reaper Kickstarter, and he was telling me you have almost up to a year to change your order or to upgrade, basically. So hoping I can scrape some money aside to throw some more money at that and get the kids some more miniatures, maybe as rewards for DMing or whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. The kids, when they do DM, I have been rewarding them. It's nothing real fancy. I found a program where I can make a certificate up. So I made up some certificates, basically certifying them as an official Dungeon Master for our program. So that really gets them all excited and happy. And I'm going to be introducing a program for games mastering, which will encompass many different games, not just one game. So I'm thinking like a magic number of around 7 or 8 games. I might even push it to 10 different games for them to games master to get that certificate. So a couple of them have expressed interest in doing so. So we'll see how that goes. On the other front, I guess it's been a little over a week now. I did DM a game. It was a high-level campaign for D&D 5th edition for 15th level characters. It's the highest level game I have DM'd for 5th edition. I've kind of been noticing that as the characters level up, the CR ratings definitely get really skewed with the monsters. So you could like throw out a CR 17 or 18 against a group of a level 15 party, and they'll just tear it up in no time flat. So it's been probably 4 or 5 months. I did an experiment, and it seemed to work. What I did is I created a creature. I basically took some creatures, some of the abilities, put those together, but I didn't lock in the hit points or how much damage it would deal out until I looked at the character sheets more in depth. What I did is I looked at the amount of hit points the characters have to see how much punishment they can take without killing them off, because my aim is to make it as challenging as possible without killing them. I want them to feel, like if they fight a creature, it was really challenging, put them to their, put their characters to the test, and they barely make it out. That's the most rewarding combats I've been throwing out at them. So I'll take the average amount of hit points the party has, kind of just make a note of that as well, so I know how much damage I want to throw out against the party every turn without killing them. Okay, the next thing I do is I will take a look at the party, and I will take into account if they hit with every single one of their attacks or spells or whatnot, how much damage can they throw out per round. If you've played any MMOs, this is similar to finding out what the DPS, or damage per second, is. In this case, we're looking at damage per round that the party can dish out against the monster. So, for instance, let's say you're going to throw a creature out at the party, and it only has 75 hit points. But yet that party if every single one of them hits can deal out 86 points of damage in one round, it's going to be a walkover. My idea is if I want something to be challenging for the characters to fight, I want it to last 2, maybe 3 rounds. So you got to balance that with how much damage you pour out against the PCs. So that's why I want to find out how much damage can that party throw out, and I'll do the maximum. So if they hit, what is the maximum amount of damage that party will do in one turn? And then I will also take into account, if they hit, what is the minimum amount. So that way I can go in there and kind of find where about the average, what I'm expecting the party to dish out. Now, of course, if they miss, or if they had bad rolls, you also have to take in account for that. That's why kind of going with the average will work. For the most part, most of your party's going to hit. There will be occasionally 1 or 2 people that might have some really bad rolls during the night and won't hit anything. And you really, I mean, you can try and make up for it, but you don't have too much control over that. The main thing is finding out how much damage they can dish out, how many hit points they have. Once you find out how much damage they can dish out per turn, that'll give you a good indication of how many hit points you want that monster to have. So then you can set up some hit points, determine how many rounds you want this monster to last. You want it to last 2, 3 rounds. If you want it to be an easy encounter, then you might want to only let that monster last for 1 turn, or barely 1 turn, somewhere around there. Also, take a look and see if you can add any elements or supernatural terrain that might, if the monster's kind of on the weak side, that might help it to survive a little bit longer, to kind of take away some of the edges that the players might come up with. So yeah, there's those things. And basically, if you can get the hang of that, and if you can master that, you can pretty much run some encounters and throw them at the PCs, and you don't even have to worry about, am I playing this monster correct? You guys have to remember that for the most part, the monsters and the monster manual, they're just, in a way, just templates, just to give you an idea of how the monsters play and what they can do. Don't hesitate to go in there, tinker with it, adjust their hit points, add a little bit more damage that they can dish out, add some traits to them. And when you do that, you can come up with a little backstory of why all of a sudden this creature, is a little bit beefier than the other ones, or has different types of weapons. Let your imagination go and kind of show it through the combat. It'll really surprise the characters. It'll also give them a challenge if you can master this. So that's my tip for y'all out there. If y'all have any other suggestions on what you can do to make your encounters and tailor them to be more challenging for your players, by all means, give a comment below or do a video response. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Happy gaming. We'll see you